Hello everybody, this is Tonic, and we are playing Leviathan, the last day of the decade here on Guy Fawkes Bang Bang Gaming. Last episode, we finally got to meet Oliver's guardian, Christian or Vood, and we found out lots of interesting things about him, and also found out that Christian knows that Oliver has been doing some investigation. And now we are back at Oliver's home where Christian also lives. I'm depressed, exhausted, and angry at myself. Christian called me for dinner, but I don't want to eat, so I refused. It seems he's upset. Thinking about it, the whole day was a bitter mockery of me trying to learn the Darina. I'm sure that's supposed to be something else. 10 years of going around looking for nothing. It turns out that all I had to do was go to the archive and study some documents for a couple of hours. Way to go, Oliver Vertran. You're incredibly stupid. What's even worse is that all my evidence means nothing. And I'm not even sure that I want to punish Christian. But I won't stop either. Besides, I don't know if he has anything to do with those newspaper clippings about the missing children. Something tells me that those clippings are very valuable. Very valuable. Yes. Interesting articles about the children. Oh, Edna, what's up, girl? So we got Edna in the house. So let's take a look at this big piece of furniture. Christian made me appreciate gifts ever since I was little. Once he saw me throw my jacket on a chair. Oh, how furious he got. Are you a commoner or something? He angrily asked me. Don't you dare, Oliver. Don't you dare do that again. You hear? You, me, and other nobles are special people. And you, Oliver, are one of the most special. Don't disappoint me. And don't screw yourself up. I'd never forgive you. 2 cabinets full of books. Christian buys me books every chance he gets. He has tried to instill in me a love for reading since I was young. And he succeeded. You know, despite Christian killing his mom, it does seem that he was pretty good to Oliver. He raised him up right. An hourglass. A magic hourglass. Fine quartz sand goes down a spiral and pours out and looks like glittering gold dust. The hourglass's base has an inscription that says, Spend time wisely. It's priceless. Christian loves giving gifts that teach you something. Alright, Edna, what you got? Good evening, my lord. I've been waiting for you so long. I'm glad you're back. I brought you some food, my sweetie. Here's some stew with sour cream in it and beans and hot sauce. Take your seat. Edna, how many times have I told you that I don't like beans? Oh, really? But your guardian said you have to eat them. He says it's good for your heart. What's wrong with you? You don't want beans? But you always want to drink wine at night. Okay, Edna, I'll eat them. One day I'll die from eating so many beans. Here, my sweetie. But wash your hands before you eat. There are germs, bacteria, and all sorts of nasty things on them. You know you'll get sick. You'll eat something in the morning, and by evening you'll be throwing up bile, have bloody diarrhea, and your eyes will be yellow like someone who is dying. Not fun. Joel, my dead husband, once talked about how he went fishing. He talked about how one of his friends got worms. They started crawling under his skin. His friend ate some raw fish. Edna, what the hell are you talking about? You could have waited till I was finished eating. Bon appetit, my sweetie. Ugh. I'm sorry, sweetie. I wasn't trying to be mean. Don't get mad at an old woman. Perhaps we can talk about something more pleasant. How's your investigation going? Will you tell me? Yeah, I'll tell her. The investigation. Oh, Edna, there's too many details. So I'll tell you briefly what happened. Christian didn't kill Mother. His shadow did it. Really? Oh, yes! I knew it! That vile demon! It's strange to hear one aberrant talking trash about another aberrant. What else, my sweetie? I want to hear every detail. I don't know why, but she's acting suspicious. I think for now I won't tell her about the amber and newspaper clippings that talk about the lost children. Come on, master. Don't keep me waiting. It feels like you're eating my heart with mustard sauce. It's too long of a story, Edna. I am very tired. If you want, I'll tell you tomorrow. Everything right down to the last detail. Right down to the last detail? Oh, sweet, I can't wait. I want to sleep, Edna. Disappear, okay? As you wish, my sweetie. I'll leave you now. Edna disappears into the thin air. What do we got here? It's a fluffy rug with thick, long fur. Christian brought it from Mist Bay. Such rugs like this are really rare, he said, adding, You deserve this rug. It will lay on the floor next to your bed and warm your feet every day you wake up. Christian doesn't care for luxury and expensive things, but he only buys the best things for my room. Yeah, he wants to use Oliver for something. I'm thinking about it. He's got a purpose for Oliver. Make sure he's taking real good care of him. That candlestick used to be in my parents' bedroom next to their bed. I don't even know why I have it. I remember how I climbed into my father's trunk and accidentally spilled some black powder. Father got really angry when he entered the room and saw me crying because I threw all his things all over the room. Father never hit me, but he was infuriated, and Mother hit him with that candlestick on the back when he made a fist at me. There you go. That will keep him from attacking. She hit him and started crying. It's a small mirror in a silver case. I remember how Mom took it everywhere with her. Once we went walking in the forest. We wandered around half the day, and then we came to a meadow. We literally fell on the grass and lay there for a long, long time. I was tired of just laying there. Mother saw that I was bored and invented a game. She used the mirror to reflect the sun's rays next to where I was laying. She said, His name is Saul. He's a kind cloud spirit. A fish that the sun floating in the sky decided to give you. Saul will be your friend. That game was really fun. I ran around the field trying to catch that little light. I gave it a bath in the stream and even built a small wooden house for it. Despite everything, Mother could really make up interesting stories about ordinary things. It's a fluffy old shawl made from tough, prickly wool. It's one of the few things that I still have that reminds me of Mother. Even after so many years, it still has a faint, warm scent that makes its way through the smell of lavender soap. When it was cold outside, or when I was afraid of the dark or being alone, Mother would come in, cover me up with that shawl, and sit next to me on the bed. Sleep, my dear. Soon it will be morning. The sun will come up over the mountains and give light to the whole world. But for now, just sleep. Mom, I can't sleep again. Oh, how I wish to hear your lullaby one more time. I remember. I used to have Mother's portrait. Years ago, I hid it in my wardrobe with all my clothes and forgot about it. I need to find it. I want to remember what Mother looked like. Well, I'll tell you what, let's see what we can figure out here. Let's open this dude up. It's Mother's portrait in a simple wooden frame. It used to be on my dresser in the room. We have that now. Alright, let's check out the window. Christian has a strange habit. He always draws the curtains in his room and always asks me to do the same. I used to get annoyed, but I've gotten used to it. Okay. Pretty random fact there. It's a small landscape of my old house. My guardian gave it to me when I turned 14. These past 10 years I spent with him are full of warm, joyful memories. I used to not want to notice. I never thought that those memories were important. And if I did think about them, then I tried to poison them with hatred and a desire to take revenge. Oh, how stupid that was. Even that nice picture would create a storm of anger within me. I got mad thinking that my guardian was purposely trying to remind me of my mother and what happened that night. Okay. I wonder what we do if we climb out the window here. Oliver pulls back the blanket. Oh, it's a bed? Oh, that's the bed. It looks like a window, but it's the bed. Okay. It was a crazy day. My head is spinning. Maybe I should go to sleep. Oliver stops in front of the bed. I can't get my mother's image out of my head. I want to find a memory of her. There's probably a lot of things in my room that still hold memories of her warmth. Yeah, we got her picture, right? So let's see what we need to do with it. There's got to be something we need to do with it, right? I'm assuming. Inspect it. Now, this is what we need. There it is. Mother, I almost forgot what you look like. It's easier for me to think of this as just a portrait of a pretty lady. Mother was really wonderful. Those eyes, and she always kept her lips slightly open. I just remembered something. The memory I have is like an old translucent film. It's worn out and faded, and light passes right through it, making it difficult to see the details. But at least I can still see it. I was still a baby lying in my cradle and covered with a white, fluffy blanket. Mother got me out of the crib, stroked my face, and rocked me. She whispered something to me. I didn't understand what she was saying, but that doesn't matter. I can pretend that she's saying anything I want her to say. I really wish I could touch her, and for her to touch me in return. I would really like that. I want it more than anything in the world. Ah! Oliver puts the portrait aside. Okay. Portrait has been put aside. Now I think we can go to bed. Oliver pulls back the blanket. It was a crazy day. My head is spinning. Maybe I should go to sleep. The tree? What's about the tree? The tree! How could I forget about it? I remember the tree saying that it would come to me every time I fall asleep. That means I'll see it tonight. I've become nervous and unreasonably suspicious lately. But the tree. I don't like the tree. I need to reflect a bit and figure out what to do about the tree. How do we learn more about it? I'm probably worried about nothing. It's normal to be afraid of something you're not familiar with. That's why I need to learn about the tree more. It was a crazy day. My head's spinning. Yep, we're going to sleep. Oliver lays down, pulls the blanket over him, and goes to sleep. We'll see what the tree's got for us. Very interested to see. Hello, young Bertrand. The heavenly sphere agonizes every time you come here. I feel how strong we are becoming. We'll talk about that later. Now I want to remind you about the conversation we had during our first meeting. Despite my warnings, last night your behavior was far from acceptable, young Bertrand. Remember that none of your actions go unnoticed. Remember that if you suddenly feel the need to go onto the path of aberration. I am just glad to see that you have not plunged into the abyss of aberrance. Moreover, your inner strength has grown. Your actions have taught you valuable lessons, and now you can take 10 steps forward. Now you can take 10 steps toward aberration instead of 5. I encourage you to be wise, young Bertrand. Follow the path of light and power, and your natural inclinations for evil will disappear by themselves. Before trusting it, I need to know more about it. How do you know that my strength has increased, Tree? I don't feel anything. I have watched people for centuries. The trials you are going through can only strengthen you. A weak, effeminate, cowardly boy would have given up, but you're not one. The tree's answer doesn't answer anything. Before trusting it, I need to know more about it. Tree, how do you know how depraved I am? That's a great question. Is it even possible for me not to know? Think what you want, but you are me. I am the mighty tree. You are a small branch on my body. I feel the aberration you sow 1,000 times over. It is the pain that I have experienced for centuries. Your family, young Bertrand, are firebrands. It seems that the tree is beating around the bush. I still don't know how it knows everything I do. Before trusting it, I need to know more about it. I guess we should listen more. For now, I won't assume anything. I'll just listen to what the tree says. I feel that you wish to ask a question, young Bertrand. I see it burning in your mind. Tree, what is our strength that you talked about in the beginning? It's the ancient strength of the Bertrands, Oliver. It has slept within you for years, but now it is awakening. Neither you nor I alone can achieve what only a few elite mortals attain, but together it is possible. I want to show you something amazing, young Bertrand. Have you ever wondered what one of your friends is thinking? Sometimes. Choose someone you know. Tell me who you've chosen. Whoa. Well, it's got to be Christian, right? I want to know what Christian is thinking about. Impossible. You're not strong enough yet, young Bertrand, but you will. One day you will. I'm not strong enough. I thought your strength allows me to read thoughts, Tree. Like I said before, you are me, and I am you. Our energy is intertwined, young Bertrand. Choose someone you know. Tell me who you've chosen. Let's go with Mother. I want to know what my mother is thinking. You'll only see a black void, young Bertrand. Your mother is dead, and her mind is as well. Choose someone you know. Oh, let's go with Darina. I want to know what Darina thinks about me. That's easy. Look, I'll show you. Oliver. I only want to fool around with him a couple times, and that's it. I don't even like talking to him. What a bitch. He's turned into a real dork and has no fashion sense. He always dresses horribly and never cares about what he looks like. His boots cost 700 gold a pair, but they're worn out like he's a peasant. At least he's not stupid. He's a bit sloppy, but at least he acts like a man. Especially compared with that fat idiot Alistair. I can't believe that he was such a wimp when he was little. I could almost cry. He used to be such a weakling. His arms were puny and he wore that green bow around his neck that his mother tied around him. Ha ha ha! Darina is not a very nice person. He has definitely changed. Tree, is all of this real? I don't need to answer that question, young Bertrand. Your mind already knows the answer to that, as well as the answers to many other questions. Of course, Tree. I know all of this is real, but it's just hard to believe. Did you want to ask how we're floating in the middle of the ocean? You read my mind. And there aren't walls, markers, or defined paths you can go down. Tree, that's enough. I don't like what you're doing right now. Forgive me, young Bertrand. You're confused, and I forget that sometimes when I talk to you. Are you talking with me or reading my thoughts? Forgive me again. From now on, I will try not to do it. Just remember, you choose the path that you will take. You choose the path. Tree. The tree starts to fade, disappearing into perpetual darkness. Oh, it's morning. Good morning, everybody. I just got through talking to the tree. Yeah, to the tree. Cool. Well, that's interesting that we can read minds and stuff. And the tree and Oliver are one. That's cool. So we will pick this up right here next episode. Please make sure you comment. I would love to hear your comments about this game. And subscribe. Hit that subscribe button right down below. And thank you for watching. My name is Tonic. This is Guy Fox. Bang Bang Gaming. We'll see you next time.